Hello students, welcome to this session of bookkeeping and accountancy. In this session, you are going to learn how to prepare partnership final account. Let us begin with the question number 1, page number 24. We will first read the question carefully and tick all the adjustment parts to the trial balance. Daya in profits and losses in the ratio of 1:1. From the following trial balance and additional information, prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019 and balance sheet as on that date. So here they have given one trial balance which is prepared on 31st of March 2019. Left hand side is debit side, right hand side is credit side. So all debit items will go to trading account debit side or profit and loss account debit side or balance sheet asset side, and all credit items will go to trading account credit side, profit and loss account credit side, and balance sheet liability side. So we can say debit item will go to debit side and credit item will go to credit side. While reading the question, we will note where these all items will go. Stock, trading account. We don't need to write debit as already we are reading debit column. Bills receivable, asset side. Wages and salaries, trading account, debit side. Sundry debtors will go to asset side. Bad debts, profit and loss account, debit side. Purchases, trading account, debit side. Motor car, balance sheet, asset side. Machinery, balance sheet, asset side. Audit fees will go to profit and loss account. Sales return, it is the amount of goods returned by customers. It is to be deducted from sales. So we will put one tick mark to sales, so that at the time of posting sales, we will post sales to the inner column. From that we will deduct sales return and we will write the amount of net sales to the outer column. It is to be deducted from sales. Next is discount, profit and loss account, debit side. Building, balance sheet, asset side. Cash at bank, balance sheet, asset side. 10% investment, asset side. Advertisement paid for 9 months. For the time being, advertisement is expense, so we will record it to profit and loss account debit side. Since it is paid for 9 months only, we will put one tick mark so that we will record the amount of outstanding advertisement to this. Royalties, trading account, debit side. General reserve, liability side. Capital, we will open account or we can directly transfer it to balance sheet liability side. In today's question, we will directly transfer this to balance sheet liability side, and net profit or net loss we will add to the capital directly. Creditors, liability, RDD, this is old RDD, so we will record here old, and it is to be deducted from bad debts, so we will put one tick to bad debts. Outstanding wages, as wages are outstanding, we will record it to the liability side of balance sheet. Purchase return, we will deduct it from purchase, so we will put one tick to purchases, so that we will record the purchase to inner column. From that we will deduct purchase return and we will record the net purchase to the outer column. Discount, profit and loss account, but This is the discount coming under the credit column. So we'll record this discount to credit side of profit and loss account. As discussed earlier, debit item debit side, credit item credit side. Debit discount we will record to profit and loss account debit side. Credit discount we will record to profit and loss account credit side. Let us move ahead with the adjustments. Very first adjustment is closing stock. What are the two effects for closing stock? If you remember, this is the adjustment concerned with goods. So one effect must be given to trading account, and as there is a closing stock, it is considered to be asset of the business. So we will record it to balance sheet asset side. So no tick required for this adjustment. Depreciate building and machinery at the rate of 5% and 3% respectively. So we will put a tick on building and another tick on machinery. Next adjustment is bills receivable included dishonored bill of rupees 3000. This bill receivable is dishonored. So we will put a tick on bills receivable and another tick on debtors. If you remember the two effects for this adjustment, one effect was deducted, it is to be deducted from bills receivable and it is to be added to debtors. So a tick to bill receivable and another tick to debtors. Goods worth rupees 1000 taken by Daya for personal use. Daya is a partner, one of the partners, and was not entered in the books of account. So we have to record this drawing made by Daya. As it is the adjustment related to goods, one effect must be given to trading account, and second effect we must record as drawing made by the partner. If we open partner's capital account, Daya's account is to be debited, or if we directly record the capital to liability side, we will deduct from the capital of Daya. So if any adjustment on goods, no need to put any tick. Write off rupees 1800 as bad debts. This is considered to be the new bad debts. See, bad debt appearing in the trial balance is old bad debt, and bad debt appearing in adjustments is new bad debts. If you remember, the formula for the bad debt is profit and loss account debit side, two bad debts old, add new bad debts, add new RDD and less old RDD. So this is new bad debts. Again there is RDD given in the question. This is new RDD. So there you have to put two ticks on debtors, one for new bad debt, one for new RDD. So another two ticks on debtor. So in all, three ticks on debtor. One tick for bill receivable dishonored, another tick for new bad debts, and third tick for new RDD. Goods of rupees 6000 were sold, but no entry was made in the books of account. This is unrecorded sales. So we have to record it to sales. So we will put one tick to sales. And if you remember, sales adjustment is concerned with debtors. So another tick to debtors. So in all, there are four ticks to debtors. First one, unrecorded sales. Second one, bills receivable dishonored. Third, new bad debt. Fourth, new RDD. If you observe in this question, there are four adjustments on sundry debtors. Utmost care should be taken while solving such adjustments. In this question, the first adjustment on debtor is bill receivable dishonored. The next adjustment on debtors is new bad debt and new RDD. But we will not solve fifth adjustment in the at the first, because we have to calculate we have to bring the amount of debtors to the actual value. If this is unrecorded sales, this is to be added to the amount of sales. It will give us the exact amount of debtors, and on that we will calculate the new bad debts and new RDD. So the adjustment of bad debt and RDD is not to be solved first, it is to be solved later on. So we will record this as adjustment number 5 and this as adjustment number 6. Remember, normal adjustment like bill receivable, unrecorded sales are to be solved first. Later on you have to solve new bad debts and new RDD adjustments. So we will make correction like this is adjustment number 6 and this is adjustment number 5. This is not any mistake. This is a pattern how the adjustment on debtors is solved. After reading the question carefully, the next step is to transfer all trial balance items to trading account or profit and loss account or the balance sheet. Before proceeding to posting, let us discuss one of the hidden adjustment in this question. In the question, you can see two hidden adjustments are there. One, advertisement paid for 9 months, and another one, 10% investment. If with investment 10% is given, it is implied that you should calculate interest on this investment, which is to be treated as income accrued or outstanding income. So first effect will be add to the investment, and second effect being income, we will record it to profit and loss account credit side. So we will put one tick to investment also. Let us proceed with the posting part. I have already posted the trial balance items to trading account, profit and loss account, partners capital account and the balance sheet. So this is how your answer will look like after posting all the trial balance items. If you observe all the postings like bills receivable, sundry debtors, machinery, buildings, etc., I have recorded all of them to the inner column as there is an adjustment on these items. And one more thing that you should notice is for every adjustment I left one line. For every adjustment you should leave one line. But if there are more than one adjustments, so for next every adjustment you should leave two lines. For example, on debtors there are 4 adjustments in all. So for first adjustment leave one line, then for every adjustment leave 2 lines each. Second adjustment, third adjustment and 4 adjustments, so that you can work better in the inner column and you can transfer the final amount to the outer column. Let us now begin with the adjustments. The first adjustment in this question is closing stock. Closing stock valued rupees 40,000. And the first effect is trading account credit side by closing stock. Here I am using different ink pen so as to highlight the adjustment part. In this question, I will be recording all the adjustment parts in colored ink, which is not allowed in exams. So you should not use colored ink pen in exams. And we will record the second effect for closing stock too. balance sheet asset side as closing stock. The next adjustment is depreciation on building and machinery at the rate of 5% and 3% respectively. So on building, the depreciation rate is given 5%. Share 750, and to the outer column we will record 71,250. The first effect, deduct from building, and being loss, we will record it to profit and loss account debit side. Profit and loss account debit side as to depreciation. As there are depreciation on various assets, we will write the heading like depreciation and then we will write the name of the assets. On building, it is 3,750. Similarly, we will deduct the depreciation on machinery less depreciation at the rate of 3%, which comes to 3,444. And to the outer column, we will write the net amount 1,11,356. And we will record the depreciation on machinery to profit and loss account debit side as depreciation on machinery rupees 3,444. So total depreciation for the year is rupees 7,194. The next adjustment is goods worth rupees 1,000 taken by Daya for personal use and which is not entered in the books of account. Being an adjustment on goods, we must give one effect to trading account. By goods taken over by Daya for personal use, trading account credit side rupees 1,000. As it is drawing made by one of the partner, we must give the second effect as drawing. So Daya's capital account is debited by rupees 1,000. The next adjustment is regarding new bad debt and new RDD. So we will be solving it later on. First we will solve the adjustment number 6, which is goods of rupees 6,000 were sold but no entry was made in the books. So it is an adjustment for unrecorded sales. So we will add to the sales as unrecorded. Add unrecorded sales 6,000. So total sales, net sales will be 2,89,500. And for second effect, we will add to debtors. Let us solve the next adjustment on debtors, which is bill receivable dishonored. As the bill is dishonored, we will deduct the bill amount from total bills receivable. And we will add the amount of bill receivable dishonored to debtors. Add bill receivable dishonored rupees 3,000. It will add to the amount of debtors. So now debtors amount is 1,41,500. After recording the adjustments on debtors like bill receivable dishonored, unrecorded sales, now we can record the remaining adjustment on debtors like new bad debt, new RDD. In the adjustment, new bad debt is given rupees 1,800. We will deduct it from debtors as new bad debts rupees 1,800. So the subtotal is now rupees 1,39,700. As bad debt is the amount irrecoverable from debtors, it is a loss to the business and we will record it to profit and loss account debit side. As discussed in the earlier sessions, we will not show new bad debts separately. Instead of that, we will add new bad debts to the existing bad debts, rupees 1,800. In the adjustment, new RDD is given at the rate of 5%. So, we will calculate the new RDD on the net amount of debtors, which is 1,39,700. Less new RDD at the rate of 5%, which comes to 6,985. 5% on this amount. So the amount of good debtors is 1,32,715. And being loss, we can record it to profit and loss account debit side. Add new RDD 6,985. So the subtotal is 9,785. We will deduct old RDD from this, and the actual loss of bad debts is 7,985, which is recorded to the outer column of profit and loss account. After solving all the adjustments, it's time now to solve hidden adjustments. In this question, advertisements expenditure is given 4,500, which is paid for 9 months. So it is implied advertisement expenditure for 3 months is outstanding. We will have to calculate the amount of outstanding advertisement. 4,500 is the expenditure incurred for 9 months. So for 3 months, we will go for cross multiplication. 4,500 multiplied by 3 months divided by 9 months. So the amount outstanding for 3 months is 1,500. We will add this to the existing advertisement expenditure. Add outstanding for 3 months 1,500 and the total amount for the year is 6,000. As it is the amount outstanding, it is considered to be the liability and we have to record it to balance sheet liability side as outstanding advertisement, rupees 1,500. The next hidden adjustment is on 10% investments. If we calculate 10% interest on the investment amounting rupees 20,000, it will be rupees 2,000. It is the income receivable to the firm, so we will add to the investment as interest accrued. Add interest accrued 10,000 on investment rupees 20,000, which comes to 2,000. So total amount of investment is now 22,000. And being income, we will transfer it to profit and loss account credit side by interest accrued on investment rupees 2000. After solving all the adjustments, it's time now to find out gross profit or gross loss. We will first close the trading account. If we calculate both the sides of trading account, credit side is heavy and there is gross profit earned by the business. So we will write the total of credit side to both the sides of totaling column, which is 3,30,500. Then we will deduct the total of debit side of trading account from rupees 3,30,500, and the difference we will record as to gross profit carried down, which is rupees 1,09,500. This gross profit is transferred to profit and loss account credit side as by gross profit brought down. $1,09,500. If you total both the sides of profit and loss account, and if credit side is heavy, the business has earned net profit, and if debit side is heavy, the business incurred losses in this year. In this question, the credit side of the profit and loss account is heavy, so there is net profit earned by the business in this financial year. The total of credit side is 1,13,300 that we need to record to both the columns of profit and loss account. From this, we will deduct the total of profit and loss account debit side. The difference arising out of this is net profit for this year, which will be transferred to partner's capital account in the ratio given in the question, which is 1:1, means equal. And the net profit for the year is rupees 88,621, which will be distributed among both the partners equally. While distributing the profit, there you can see the fraction amount. So we can give 50 paise to first partner, and accordingly we can distribute the profit. The net profit is then transferred to partner's capital account. By net profit, Daya 44,311, Kshama 44,310. Then we will close partner's capital account. The total of credit side of Daya is 2,04,311 that we need to record to debit side, 2,04,311. From this, we will deduct drawing rupees 1,000. So closing balance of Daya is rupees 2,03,311 after deducting drawing of rupees 1,000. As there is no drawing made by Kshama, the closing balance of Kshama will be 1,64,310. These balances needs to be transferred to balance sheet liability side. Daya's balance 2,03,311. Kshama's balance is 1,64,310. The total of both partners' capital account is 3,67,621. It's time now to tally the balance sheet. We need to total both the sides, liability as well as asset side. The total of asset side is 4,82,321 and total of liability side is again 4,82,321. Dear students, whatever adjustments taught in the earlier sessions, go through all the adjustments once daily and write all the adjustments on daily basis till this topic continues. Solve this question again and solve any other similar question based on these adjustments in next coming days. Thank you.